episode 4 of Imperfect Perspective with Anya, Javonda, and Rios. Welcome,
Scouts
welcome.
I used to be a Girl Scout.
Used to be That's awesome.
Thank you.
That is amazing.
I learned a lot.
Okay. Were you a Girl Scout, Anya?
I had a Wana.
What was that?
It's like a Christian Girl Scout.
That's dope.
Yeah, it is.
That is really dope.
It really
Christian
is.
Girl Scout.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was. Yeah, it was.
Did you guys go to the woods and stuff? What did you do?
We met on Wednesdays, and we had uniforms, and they were like cubs. Cubs was the little baby ones, and you do Bible verses and worksheets.
That's not really Girl Scouty.
Like,
did you do any hands-on like campfires and tying knots or like learning how to survive? Or you just learned how to talk to the Lord?
Learning how to survive this life by talking to the Lord. See how I did that?
That's a good one. That's a good one. Everyone needs that, but you still need survival skills.
I have some. I was just telling Javonda I needed to cut the thing off my jacket, and I saw your needle nose pliers, and I cut them. I said I have a dad, so that's why I know that there's
a little
the
sharp
wire
part.
strippers.
Yeah.
See?
Raise them right. Raise them
Who
right.
needs Girl Scouts?
So she's saying Wana was better than Girl Scouts.
Awana. Okay.
Awana?
I know I'm not the only one out here. Awana in the comments.
I've never even heard of that.
Okay.
Me neither.
Really, guys? Okay.
Heard of
Is it like white Christian? It's not Baptist, is it?
It's not denominational.
It's white.
We're very come as you are.
It's the white prayer hands.
That's why we haven't heard of it.
As we learned that the other day.
No, that's why we haven't heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're black.
There's nothing wrong with it. I just know.
We're black.
We're black.
We were raised black.
You can't even make that face because it's very much agreed.
You were raised black. You grew up in South Bay.
She was raised black in South Bay.
Yes, very much so.
You were raised white in white.
I was just raised black, but I went to white school.
I struggled as a black and white.
Yeah, you struggle. That's a real struggle. You want to talk about that struggle?
I did not struggle.
We can save that for another episode.
That's a real struggle.
We'll be here all day.
Yes.
That makes me sad. Okay, we could talk about it all day next time. But
yeah.
I did not struggle like on that thing.
Well, that's because you fit in with one.
And to be honest, I not trying to belittle you to just your looks, but you have had a universal body shape.
Yes.
For the white man. Yes. I have never had.
What is the universal body? Skinny?
Yes.
Yes.
I have never.
Oh yeah. The curves came
later.
Yeah. So she's always had that build, which makes you universal.
But also she fits it. She's a black girl. Like you look at you like a black girl. You look like you could be either. You know what I mean? So you don't like I dealt with it too. Like you're not really either one. You fit in. But Puerto Ricans have such a wide mix. I look Puerto Rican too, but
people are like, you're Dominican? No. You're Mexican?
This man at the gym just told me that. So that's why he walked by yesterday. He was like,
the Puerto Rican poppy?
He said, oh, Morocco. You're from Morocco. I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll take it. Probably have some descendants, some bloodlines maybe connected.
Ethiopian in there.
Little Eritrean, whatever that is. Nipsey Hussle, whatever that is. Eritrean.
Yeah, I've heard 2 different ways to say it. I really don't know.
I heard it right now.
Power to the black people, man.
Yeah. Everywhere. Everybody's black in some type of way. Mm-hmm. But that is a real struggle. And we could touch on that next time.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to Awana.
Good job.
Not really being a Girl Scout thing. Did you learn survival skills on your
we had to. We had to do hiking. This is why I originally liked hiking until I got older. But hiking. So with hiking, we had to place to remember where you left off so you can get back where you came from.
That's dope.
And make campfires.
I just have good memory.
Did you sell cookies? You didn't.
We did some cookies. That's a real Girl Scout thing. We did some cookies, okay? We raced around the tent.
Where? Where was the tent?
At my church. At my church.
It's not real.
No.
It's not real.
So you guys never went camping?
I think the older girls go. I can't remember the other after Cubs.
The church camp out.
So Cubs, winter camp, yes.
Yeah, it was camping at church.
No.
Oh.
We've gone camping before.
Okay.
My church used to go camping all together. We would go like to different beaches and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
The first time I went fishing was with my church.
Church
Yeah.
goes camping together? Cannot even imagine.
Well, my church is about this big.
Okay.
So it's very easy for us to go camping together.
But my church isn't really that big, but I could not imagine going camping with all of them.
I could imagine the non-denomination being very organized and structured with 7 people. Like,
yeah, I mean, I
like
probably,
this is planned. This is planned for this. We're gonna have cranberry Krispy Kremes.
No,
Like we're gonna have little potato salad with corn in it.
Or raisins.
Yeah.
no.
All right, I'm just playing. Let's get off. Let's stop. Let's stop. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. I already know because it's the wintertime and I'm getting lighter. You guys are gonna team up on me, but wait till summer comes around. I'm gonna be the color of this couch.
So what? You stay in the sun in the summertime? Like you go cook?
I try.
You go somewhere and cook?
I burn the. I don't want to speak life into this, but the doctors are gonna have to. They're gonna be like,
too much sun.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into this
Okay.
Imperfect Perspective, episode 4. This is our show.
Yes.
Oh, let's talk about your week. Because I'm gonna get to you week by week. Because I see you like wings spreading. I see like flying. I see like glow.
Oh, behind me.
Yeah.
Like the glow. The glow. Mm-hmm.
I'm regular today.
Everything going good? Everything's going
fine.
good? Is everything going great?
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Okay. Was there a little... So, okay, good. Good.
It's what it was before.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So, did we get that?
What?
Let's go, Anya.
No.
I'm focusing it on.
Because choose wisely.
Let's go, Anya.
She has to choose wisely because this is my life.
Yeah, for real.
Okay.
But did we get the first one? The date? Did we get a date yet?
Dang.
This is my life.
This is her life, Rios.
I want to go on a date.
Go plan it.
We're so
be
busy.
a planner.
We're so busy.
Plan it. You're always gonna be busy.
And
Make
I'm
plans.
a good dater.
Well,
Are you a good planner?
Yeah.
Okay.
For dates, I am.
Okay.
I have the best dates. They're the cheapest and they're the funnest.
Okay, give me one of your dates. One of the first dates besides the 4th of July with your wife. Give me
So
another one.
my dates have song playlists that go with it and stories that go along the playlist, and it matches where we're going. I took Ayana to, so I'm a driver. Like I like going on bomb drives.
Mm-hmm.
She likes being in the rain and she likes music when she's in the rain. So I found like this bomb drive down PCH to this one place, and I like was taking her to like certain stops, and we would get out, enjoy like the little area. And then the end of the drive ended with this little swing set at the end of a cliff. And like you can see like the little sunset.
That's
So
really nice.
yeah.
That is a really good date.
yeah.
You have to top that.
I will top it. I have some good ones.
Okay, so plan it.
Yeah, I do need to plan it. We just need some.
You have time.
You know what it is?
You need babysitters?
We do.
Do
No,
you?
actually, we
I
don't.
was like,
Actually,
do
no,
you?
we don't.
I'm like, they're kind of grown, but
We
we're
don't.
here.
But it's like now that I'm not working anymore, I feel like I'm even busier now. You know what I mean? Like trying to get things off the ground. It's just I got to carve out the time and prioritize dating. But only reason why I keep asking about dates because I love dates. Like I think dating is the fun part.
I'll keep you updated.
Okay. Would you plan the first date? Would you be down to plan the first date?
No.
No. It has to
Only
be.
reason why planning a first date to me is not what I want to do because I need to know that you're interested. Yeah. For real. Because if I'm always interested and then you're only interested because I'm interested.
But because you're moving the fucking envelope, you're doing everything. Would you plan the first date? No.
Only because I pursue already, and I'm pressing.
Yeah.
For us to get to where we're at, you knew I was on you.
Me and my wife dated for 2 weeks, and we were together. she forced her way in my life. She was stuck and never left.
Hey,
I love that.
She
I'm
said,
so forceful.
Now you are.
Yeah, I wasn't.
she got me kicked out of where I was living because she wanted to be around me the whole time.
I hope she had money.
She went and bought, she was like, okay, well, we'll just live together.
I like the way she moves. She got it figured out. She said, I fucked up your living situation. Bet.
Got something better.
Got something better for you. A lifetime.
And I was I was like, I'm with this. Like, I'm with it. Like, we spend all our time together. Like, it was like, from the beginning, it was just all the time. And we just,
You were married.
Yeah.
I love that.
I know.
Ooh, this is a good one. What if your family does not like who you're dating? Can it go forward or does it have to end?
Okay.
Okay, go.
Why doesn't your family like this person? Because that really is what matters. Because if your family doesn't like them, it also depends on what kind of family you got.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
I'm talking about you personally, individually. If your family was like, we can't do this, we don't approve of such and such, or we don't like his
terrible.
Like
he has to be terrible.
Give me a valid reason. Like, is it because he's white? Is it because like he's broke?
It could be because he's white. They could be that. It could be they don't like his job. It could be they don't like.
In my family, that couldn't be it.
Okay.
Not in my family.
In my family, we don't like white people. I'm just kidding.
Yes, you do.
I'm just kidding.
You're white.
I know the people don't know, but yeah.
So say they don't approve of some past behavior before he was with you.
Ooh, he did jail time, but not
like past behavior.
Not a long time.
Not a long time. He didn't have to like sleep with no boys.
He's got too many kids. I don't like that he has this many kids, or he has this many baby mamas that he has to deal with, or it could be anything that
Okay. So if my family didn't like him because he has,
or he doesn't, he's not. Oh well, you wouldn't be able to date him if you didn't believe in God.
No, I couldn't. Yeah, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But if he had too many kids and my family didn't like it, I'm just gonna be like, that's fine. Because what if he's a good guy?
Yeah.
What if he's a great guy? And you want me to not be with somebody because he has so many kids for y'all? He don't have too many kids for me.
All his kids taken care of. I got no problem.
Yeah.
It's the baby mamas. I'm not worried about the kids. I'm worried about the baby mamas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what's tough. But
because I'm thinking about as a father, right? Like me as a father, like if with my daughter, I want to say that she wouldn't move forward with somebody if I said it's a no-go. Because she knows she'll probably not do it just to save the person's life out of love. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see this person hurt. But if I was like, babe, I don't approve of this person, such and such, and this is why, I just really wish.
Well, you're such a nice person. You're not saying it because that person has too many kids.
No.
Yeah,
no. But I'm saying it like if I don't feel like if my daughter is safe around this person, like if she doesn't, I don't feel like this dude can run a household, or I don't really feel safe. If you're dating somebody and I don't feel safe with you out in the world with that person, like, well, maybe he has to come to boot camp. Like, okay, I'm going to have to train him up. I might have to train him up or whatever. I'm going to say this.
Pitch it to her. Tell her how you feel. But leave it at that. I'm going to give you advice. After you give advice and she's still like messing with him, the more you push to not do so, the more she's going to
go towards it. The more you push them away, try to push them away, the more they go. You're going to push
them away to them.
Okay.
Because they're like, oh my gosh, my dad, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just, he's not bad. I love him. So just picture how you feel. And then she's going to figure it out.
I'm going to tell you, it doesn't even have to be a parent. I stay with a nigga because his baby mama told him she'll be gone in 6 months. I was like,
wait. Explain that. I didn't get that one. Wait. You were with?
I was with a guy, and his baby mama told him, like, oh, she's not going to be here in 6 months. Like,
oh, so you stayed to prove her wrong.
Oh, and got engaged. Girl, who not going to be here? Don't fucking challenge me.
So you competed
no, I didn't
against your best will, your best judgment. Like, I don't even like this guy, but
no, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. But if it got to the
it
point,
was a little bit more incentive.
if it got to the point where I really was like, I don't want to be with him within the first 6 months. Oh, I'm gonna be here.
I'll be gone after 7.
Yeah,
I'll be gone after 7.
Because what I'm not gonna do is let you be right.
Yeah. Ooh-wee. That's a tough one. Maybe some a little work. I need a little work there.
I'm gonna stop telling y'all how I've moved.
Because
y'all keep critiquing me.
The only reason why I say this is because
I'm not that. Well, I can't lie.
I'm not saying that.
I am that way.
But these people don't even give a shit about you.
Yeah.
That person don't give a damn if you succeed or not succeed.
They give a shit.
No. The baby mama. Not the person.
I'm talking about they give a shit.
You think the baby mama give a shit?
They only give a shit because of the opposite person.
But I'm saying if she disappeared, the baby mama would be like, no sweat off her brow. She probably would celebrate.
Oh, she probably would. She'd be like, got her. She's gone.
And we shouldn't even value what somebody thinks about us when they don't want us to be doing the best in life.
I don't think it's that she valued. I think because it's a challenge.
Yeah, I just don't. Because
who are
you to say whatever?
Because you don't even know me.
You don't.
But it's not even about you. It's about him.
You're gonna get to know me.
Yeah.
I'm not winning the mud game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the mud bowl challenge. Like, yeah, I think I'll go to the Fiesta Bowl. Not to prove her wrong, you know, but
so be mindful when you.
But that is a real fear. Not I don't want to say fear, but it's a thought that I had just as a father, like, because you know how your heart is. You like fall in love with who you fall in love with, and then the other thing is I don't want to hurt my daughter's feelings either. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be like.
But that's why I said do it.
It's so
do
like,
it that way because she knows you care.
Yeah.
Because you guys have a good like relationship, but if you press, then she's just gonna feel like he don't want me to be with nobody. Mm-hmm. He's gonna start feeling, even though it wasn't that you even tried to talk to anybody else. It's just that's the focus. My mom didn't want me to date somebody before, and she did that to me. Mm-hmm. She told me you can't date him.
Why not?
Why not, Javonda?
He gang banged.
As in sexually or in the streets?
Hood gang affiliated. Okay. Yeah. You be killing Anya every time. You probably got water all in her nose.
So I don't know if it was like past, present, but he was presently, actively.
I was in high school.
Oh, he was actively in the streets. Well, that was good of your mom.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I grew up in white schools. So I didn't even know, like I knew about gangs. Yeah. But I didn't know about gangs because I never actually had to like see anything. Mm-hmm. No matter if my father or anybody did, I never actually had to see it, you know? And I just was like, he's a guy.
Yeah. So it wasn't. Him. So it didn't. The excitement of the gang element wasn't what attracted you to him.
No,
because some girls are attracted
we met
to
at school.
Oh, okay,
we met at school, and we were having a. It was in the summertime before school started, and we met at a car wash, and we were doing a car like a fundraiser.
Was it for somebody from his gang that passed away?
No, it was. We were doing the car wash for a fundraiser.
Oh, okay.
I was a cheerleader, and so rode on his little bike, and I was just like. He's cute.
So he's from the Bay Area too?
No, this is when I guess it is because he was in South Bay.
Yeah, he was from the South Bay.
We went to school over there. He didn't live over there. He lived in LA.
Okay.
But he went to school over there. But
so it was in the streets.
It was in the streets.
Yeah,
well, she in the streets. That. So my mom was just like, no. In the beginning, she didn't know because she didn't know him.
So how did it end?
I was with him for a lot of years. I'm going to tell you 8+ years.
What?
8+ years on and off. And it wasn't really that great.
Shout out to the gangbanging boyfriend. He was there.
He was there. He was mean to me.
He's about to be so mad.
He's about to be so mad, but it's okay.
So mad.
He is.
Hey, shout out to him. No. He was there for a long time.
He was. Honestly, one thing I can say about him, always had my back.
It still does, probably. He does.
Probably deep down inside.
He does.
But he not my friend. And that's okay.
It's okay not to be somebody's friend, but still care about him.
Yes.
Aww.
Yes.
So your mom was right.
My mom At the time? Or in general?
She ended up being right.
No. She ended up, not because he gained, because I don't know. He changed it. He turned over a new leaf.
Yeah.
Yes. But I don't think that obviously we go well together. But we could be good friends, but we can't be friends.
But that's what I'm saying. Your mom saw that y'all didn't go well together from the beginning. That y'all didn't mix.
She didn't see that. She seen gang banging Negro.
Gang banging, and then she saw what her daughter was. And she was like, oh, this is oil and water. Doesn't mix. But you said, no, I'll show you how oil and water mixes. And I'll try for 8 years. And it never mixed.
Yeah. That sounds like Anya. This sounds like something I would do.
Yeah,
I would make it work.
But the only reason why, I told my mom, I said, honestly, I blamed her.
God damn. Parents got it rough, dog.
I told my mom, I said, Mom, if you would have just let me get that off that 9th grade year, I probably even wouldn't have.
So you did a little bit of Anya. Oh. You were trying to prove your mom wrong.
No,
yeah,
I'm going to make it past the 6 months.
Also a high schooler.
No.
I was grown. She was also in high school. I was 20.
So you did it age appropriately.
Yeah. I started late life. You have to,
I know, Awana and all that stuff.
it's like you're saying it in a negative way, but it's fine.
No, it was sheltered. You were sheltered.
Yes.
You grew up in a church, camps and tents inside churchy, and they protected you.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good thing.
No, it is.
And then
well,
I messed it up.
And then she
didn't mess
busted
it up. You lived life.
Yeah.
You lived some life. Lived some good life.
Yeah, not good life. It just, I lived a life.
Every day is a good day that you live.
True.
But yeah, so that's how that happened. But I think I was telling her, like, if you would have never did that, I would have seen, and I would have been like, okay. Because I really don't need to experience a lot of things. I can really learn from other people, but it was just because it was the prime of it. And you're like, don't do it. But I don't, he didn't do anything. He's so great.
Yeah.
So.
Is that the mother-daughter relationship? Is that a little bit like does it come to a point where a girl grows up to being like, I know what's right and what's wrong for me, and like a little bit challenging of...
I don't think I felt like, oh, I know what's right and what's wrong for me. I think it's just because I liked him. Because there are a lot of things that my mom was like, with certain things, and I'm like, okay, listen, because I do listen. I don't think I've ever gotten in trouble, but that.
You've never gotten in trouble?
No. When I say this, I know people, guys, I am a goody two shoes.
Have you ever been in a fight?
I plead the fifth.
Have you ever been in a fight?
She's going to plead the fifth.
I have to plead the fifth. I have to. We can talk about it off camera, but I have to plead.
So I'm okay. Good. I'm glad that you guys can defend yourselves.
But I can say mother-daughter relationship. I guess it just depends on your mom too. Like my mom is very strong, dominant, like controlled, controlling, controlling, and so that it was a lot of. She thought this is what's best for you guys. And I never was like, oh, it's not. I really listened to a lot of things. And I think that's why I was just like, I should have went off to college. Yeah. Because just to get a sense of other things to see. But, I feel like I was raised well. She did a great job.
Yes, you did. Both were raised. We were all raised well. Look at us now.
Look at us now. Multimillionaires.
What about you? If your family disapproved?
I had a boyfriend that my mom didn't like. She had every reason not to like him. And I was 19? 19? He was 23. And he was using me. And really not using me, using my parents.
Quick question, father, rest in peace to Pops, to father, rest in peace. Was he still around at the time?
Yes. Okay. My dad passed away in 2019.
Okay.
So he was there, but the difference with my dad is very quiet. He's not going to talk to you about stuff. You can go to him and you can pitch something to him, but my dad will always look at you and just tell you at the end of the day, Anya, it's your decision because when I'm dead and gone, you have to live with these choices. Right. So he's never going to be like, you should do this. He probably won't even really give you his opinion. He's just going to listen. And he's
let you talk it out.
So we messed up.
That's why. Sorry.
I give my opinion.
Oh. No, I do think giving an opinion is good just because having to be able to have an open conversation about things is great. My dad is the same as hers.
So wait.
We don't do.
Okay. So is it a difference between if a mother disagrees and a father disagrees?
Yes.
Does that hold a different value to you guys?
Yes.
For me, I won't say that I feel that way. I just feel like I wish it was more of an opinion for my mom.
What if your dad would have had the opinion like your mom?
I probably still would have did it.
Okay. Now you
Because
think,
because if it wasn't, it's the opinion. Because we're gonna make the choices that we want to make anyway. So I guess it's more of like, bring it to me as an opinion. But if my dad would have brought it,
only option.
yeah, like you,
Like
she
a
said,
decision.
you can't do this.
so if your dad says, Javonda, I'm just gonna be real with you. This is what it is. I don't think it's the best decision you're gonna make. You're gonna make your own decision, but I don't think this is going to end well, and it's not gonna be good for you as a whole. It's gonna be an experience, but you will be wasting some time, I believe, here. But do what you want to do. Do you take in consideration what he's saying, or do you like?
I'm gonna take in consideration. I'm gonna do it, and then, but I would have seen. To me, I would have seen earlier. Like, oh, I heard what he said, and this
Now
is what's
you can
not good
pick
for
up
me,
on
and
it.
now I see what he's talking about.
Okay.
Because there was no conversation. There was like, don't do it. Not your opinion.
Yeah.
So we take in what we hear, and even if we do it or not, if we do it, we're able to assess it and be like, okay.
Yeah. You.
I think with my mom, it was just prevent anything from happening. So like if I was using her car, she'd be like, you can't take my car.
Oh, okay.
Like her option was just make it difficult.
Make it not happen. It's
Make
not
it-
possible.
Yeah. So then I like my granny was living with me, so I'd be like, Granny, can I use your car? She'd say yeah. So then I look at my mom like
Yeah.
I'm about to get this nigga anyway. Like you're not slowing anything down.
Right.
But I mean, I think that my parents, because I was so sheltered and still am very naive about a lot of things, they didn't sit down and be like, hey, this is the real world.
Yeah.
And this is what's taking place here. So instead of sitting down, and even if they did say it, if it was coming from my mom, because we have a kind of a relationship, I would have taken it bad. I think that same as Javonda, if you speak it, then I can kind of look for it on
Right.
my own.
Right.
But if you don't really speak it and you just try and prevent, then I'm doing whatever I want to do what I want. But in that situation, it was just like, I'm a giver.
I think if my wife was gamed up, she wouldn't have been with me.
I'm a giver, and I think that that's like they just could see, and it's different when you give from you, and what you're giving is just from them.
Yeah.
So it's like my daddy not saying nothing, but my mama's like
Saying too much.
Yeah.
you driving from here to where, and who putting gas on the car? You're not putting gas on the car. Who putting gas on the car? Oh, he not putting gas on the car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you going to go eat?
Who's paying?
Who's paying? You. Like we.
Oh, okay.
You funding the relationship.
And he saw that.
I'm sure my dad, but my dad.
No, not your dad. The young man. He knew.
Yes,
He was-
because so I met him. My dad taught at Compton College. I met him at Compton College.
Okay.
You know my daddy professor up here. You see how my daddy treat me. You not me. We skipping through the fucking
Yeah.
you can see the love that my dad has for me, and you can just
Easy pickings.
light work. There was a police officer up there who told my daddy, get her out of here.
Oh man.
Don't let her go to school up here.
Yeah.
Because these boys they're gonna don't. And I didn't listen.
Was it exciting for you when you saw that other side of life, like rough niggas like riding?
I don't even think he
Exciting for her. Exciting for
Yeah,
her.
let's be honest.
I don't
Exciting
even
for
think
her.
he was a roughneck.
We're not even talking about him, just in general.
Just in general, when you did meet that
I
life,
felt like I was like, oh, this is the real world.
because we get those valley girls that come in and it's like,
No,
this is so exciting. This is a cool, crazy.
No, okay, so let me say it this way. I enjoy visiting, but I'm not trying to live it. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so in the sense of this, like, because of the way that my father was and what I grew up seeing and how he raised me, like, gang members, drug dealing, that stuff doesn't do it for me. I need you to have a 401k. I need you to have
At that time?
health insurance. Yes.
Really?
Yes, because I need money coming in that's legal.
But it wasn't.
Who? No, it was. It's from my daddy. My daddy was paying for
No, but
everything.
from the other.
Oh, yeah.
From
Oh,
the,
he didn't have no money.
He got
He
nothing.
didn't have no money.
But
So he wasn't bringing in nothing. It didn't matter. So, but I mean, in that sense, like, I'm not attracted to, like, those type of guys, like the girls who are like, oh my God, he's woo, woo, woo. No. I'm staying away from you because I don't want to get involved with you because I will snitch. Remember how you said that's one thing? You're not going to fuck with me because I will. But I would let them know before they even got in the car with me, put it down. Write it down on the cons list. Will snitch. Before they used to get in the car with me, I would tell them, like, don't do nothing because you're going to go to jail.
Yeah.
Because my mama raised me and she told me, sing like a canary every time.
Yeah, he needed to get you out of that college.
Yeah.
It's not even Compton College no more because they was cheating on the grades.
Well, it was Compton College, but they lost their accreditation and went to El Camino, but it turned back to...
It's Compton College again?
It should be, last I checked, but I don't know.
I thought it was El Camino.
It's still El Camino?
Because they was giving the football players the grades, and you could pay to get the grades.
Wow.
Yeah.
No comment.
Something I want to ask you, but before I ask you,
Okay.
I want to say, for us millennials, the one thing about our parents, like how we were raised, it's like, however they were raised, they made sure that we had better. Like,
exactly.
We want you to have better, but we did not talk to y'all. So we don't really tell y'all that this is the real world. We're going to keep you or try to get you from the real world. And here we are seeking out the real world. So that's kind of how what messed us up.
I remember getting in the car sometimes after school, and my mom would be like, shh, we're not talking today. Like, oh, like, not today.
Not today.
I'm sorry.
Turn the music up. You know, like when rambunctious kids are done with the day, they just come and just like, hey. Mom was like,
shut it down. Like the cartoons where they're like this, and then she's like,
yes.
That's you.
She's like,
wait until we get home.
Wait till we go home. Listen to my music. I'm not talking.
Okay.
Like, oh, okay.
I think it's only hard because I, with a passion, cannot stand when, and I had a dream, and then the story because
like,
just make the sentence.
Yeah.
Make the sentence, baby, please.
No, I started making the sentence for them.
Yeah.
Don't start over. What did you do? Because my pages is thick.
Yeah, because and then my friend at school.
Because now you're just talking just because you want to talk. You just want to hear your voice.
Yeah.
It's not even really anything.
Oh, I have.
And I don't want to hear that. So I would
Miss J. I'll be like,
watch me do this and just jump in the air.
Not even watch me. They want to tell me about school. Let me tell you what we did at school today. And I'll be like, do I really want to get into this?
Yeah, I'm not really interested.
Indulge? Don't indulge. You guys, okay, butterfly. Everybody, butterfly. We'll talk about it later. When class is over? Okay. Yes. Okay, my question for you.
Okay.
If your family did not like your wife,
who cares?
You want to know why? Because
I'm building my own family.
You leave your family, you start your own. Oh, look at this man of God right here.
Amen. Amen.
Who cares?
Won't he do it?
Y'all don't see what I see. I see the future. I see what is being broke down. And I'm seeing loyalty, dependence, and trust, and isn't that like?
And she don't snitch.
And she don't snitch.
You got
and we've been in some situations where she did not snitch.
Ooh,
like, oh,
you
got be a ride or die. Where she was like,
"Cause I'm telling."
She on the phone. I'm like,
oh, you can ask Javonda. Let me not do it while she's talking. I'm good for a HIPAA violation. I'm good for a HIPAA violation. I'll be real quick. Be like, because we're supposed to get a hair transplant.
Oh, like, shit.
Yeah, she will just.
I'll put all your business out there.
Oh, my God.
But it's probably just to me.
I'm just kidding.
It's probably just to me.
Yeah,
because you're my real husband. I wouldn't do you like that,
but,
baby.
yeah, to me, I would not. I've had situations where I had to make it known that this woman comes first before y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I had to make the situation happen to where they weren't just hearing it from out of my mouth. Like, no, I'm gonna show y'all that she is the one. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna make it very evident and transparent that I'm choosing this, and I want her to see me do it So she has the reassurance like, nah, my nigga is putting me back in. What?
I'm going to be the one for someone.
You are. You both are.
Look, I'm going to stop snitching if I get that.
Stop snitching because the nigga wants to know, like, I'm going to go to jail and I'm going to bury the $1 million and you got it. You ain't going to tell nobody.
Nobody. What? Huh?
It's just, men just want to know that. Know. But look, also men want to know that you love me. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, you love me and that you got my back. And it's us.
Love.
And you like, and the man is gonna do everything he can to preserve that. He's gonna fuck up and make mistakes, but just know that dude is really riding for you.
Okay, so let's get into this.
Okay.
Since we're talking about family, and let's get into some importance of the family dynamics. Like, we'll start here because he has a family. He has a family, right?
Okay.
So let's start here, like family dynamics. What's important for you?
In my pretend family?
Your pretend
family. In the family she's building. What's important in the family that she's building?
My hypothetical family that my future, right? Mm-hmm. So, because I grew up in a way that's not like everybody, my like fairy tale family, I'm really heavy on my man, and head of the household, and being submissive and protector provider and just catering. Like that's
your core.
So that's just a relationship between you and the man.
Do we have kids?
Now what about
you mean we have those?
Yeah, you have a family.
We have family. Okay.
Like now you want him to be a father, daddy. You want him to be sincere, you want him to be like, you know what I mean?
So he's gonna be all those things to me because he's gonna be my daddy. But
yeah, I get it.
No, I just don't like when I make serious comments.
I'm so sorry.
And then it gets even more intense because there was no joke in there.
It's because he's going to be your daddy, so you're going to see the father's skills and how he
loves me.
Okay.
Yeah. You're going to laugh more.
No, because I have a question.
Okay.
There's a question there.
Okay.
What if, because me and my wife had this head-butting situation of parenting.
Oof. Don't get me started. Let's get into it. Because
parenting, so I was a whooper.
Yeah.
I was a spanker.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so.
What's the song?
Whoop that trick. Hustle and flow. Come on, Slim man. Come on, man.
I ain't got no problem.
But so my thing was like, everything is not a whooping is what's her thing. Everything's not a whooping. You got to start explaining, and I was like, nah, I'm a adult. I ain't gotta explain
myself to nobody.
So it took some time from us to be butting heads to find like the even ground. Like Zaya and Xander, they don't get no whoopings.
Yeah.
JJ was just me. I was popping that at, you know what I mean? Like, but you see the different in raising and the different in. They're all three amazing children, but I think I could have accomplished everything I accomplished with JJ without that shit.
Okay, so I saw a post the other day and they were talking about training whales, and not that whales are like children, but they were saying like, if the whale did the trick wrong, how do you think the whale would act if you hit it? And they were like, he wouldn't do anything for me ever. And then I also saw another post and somebody was talking about, don't tell your kids not to lie, but tell them I'm here to protect you and I can't protect you if you lie. And then they end up being more honest because they see the protection that you're trying to give to them.
The safe space for them.
Yes. Yeah. So for me, I grew up with whoopings. Do I think that's another thing. My mom gave the whoopings. Okay. My dad didn't. And I'm very big on that when it comes to if you're like father and daughter relationship. I don't feel that the father should ever hit their daughter in any way, because when you come to me and you tell me you love me, I'm going to seek that in my relationship.
So this comes with the love.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if you discipline me and you discipline me physically as my father, then when it's time for me to find a spouse, if they hit me and then after they're like, I did it because of this and I love you, I'm going to be like, oh, it's okay because my dad used to hit me too. So my mom always did all the whoopings. Was she a lot? Did I get a lot?
Your mom was black?
So I got something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she also, I think, like, I love you, mommy. All due respect, but we've had this conversation. I think that my mom was just very young and she had a lot going on. And I think that she was impatient.
Yeah, she's doing the best that she knew how to do.
Exactly. She mothered me the best way that she knew how. And I'm forever grateful. But I always say this. I got whoopings and I still turned out this way.
Yeah.
So I probably needed more. I can't be upset with her. I think I needed more.
I don't think think you turned out any kind of way where it's bad. Like, I just want to say that.
I'm not saying, but
I still turned out this way. Like, you still turned, like, how about you still turned out amazing?
Mm-hmm. Well,
despite whoopings, you still turned out great.
No, I needed more. I think I did. I think I needed more conversations with them.
What were you getting whoopings for? Now, when you're bad, like, now I'm gonna say this. My kids haven't done anything that has required a whooping, but lying, stealing, that kind of shit, I feel I will tag you.
Yeah.
But they know that.
Mm-hmm,
so they don't do that shit.
Well, they weren't gonna do it anyway. Let's be for real. But I remember one time I was in the 4th grade. I don't know if I had a fear of failure at a very young age or if I was just lazy, right? Because if I could go back, I feel like I would want to achieve.
I guarantee you got this whooping because you lied to avoid a whooping.
Oh, I was out here forging my daddy's signature on zero slips, right?
Yeah.
In the 4th grade?
Yeah.
And me too. I did the same exact thing.
Because of 4th grade?
Yeah.
Yes.
I erased it and tried to write it. Yep.
I had a notebook sheet of me practicing. My dad had a very signature F.
Why are you guys getting zeros in the 4th grade?
Because I wasn't doing it.
Yeah, I was getting it for not doing my homework.
Yes, missing assignments, zero slips.
Do you guys remember what 4th grade was like?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a spelling book page, and the word ends with end, and the word was friend. Like, I will vividly remember ADD moments. We remember the 4th grade very clearly.
I just feel like,
and I didn't do my homework. I would never do my
4th
homework.
4th grade homework was just so nothing.
No,
I would go straight
4th grade
outside.
homework now?
Mm-mm.
I would go straight outside, get on my bike, and then be like, and nobody was checking. Like, no one was checking up. Like, did you do your homework? Like, I was like,
my mama came up to the school. It was after school. She's like, which one's your desk? My 4th grade teacher's still in there. My desk is a mess. Hoarder. My mama, Spartan kicked my desk down, poured everything out, clean it up.
Yeah.
My mama don't care.
Yeah.
My mama do not care. And she was like, and this. And the teacher sitting in the corner, and she was just like, and you're going to apologize, and you're going to do this, and how many assignments, blah, 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 and beat my tail when I got home. I used to avoid whoopings. I used to walk home.
That's what I'm saying. I think whoopings be leading to more dangerous shit.
I had a cell phone
because you be trying to avoid you will do some crazy shit to avoid getting in trouble and because you know you about to get your ass beat. You'll lie, cheat, do all kinds of shit.
Okay, so explain this to me.
I'm not doing the work.
I know. No, I do know that you're not doing the work.
What do you want to be explained?
So we're not doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
We know we're going to get a whooping. We know already that we're going to whooping because we're trying to avoid the whooping. So we know that we're going to get an even worse.
No,
whooping.
we're not thinking about it until it happens.
No.
I'm not thinking I'm getting caught. I'm forging. What do I need to?
Like, I'm not even thinking.
Okay, this is what I'm saying.
Okay, go.
After the first whooping, right? Because you didn't do the work.
Mm-hmm.
Your mama kicked down your desk.
Yeah.
She made you clean it up. She made you do whatever work. And then she whooped you when you got home. Why are you repeating it?
Because I don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
So you don't care about getting you like whoopings.
That's what I'm saying. I need more.
That's why
you don't need more because you like them.
This is my point. Whoopings don't work.
They don't work. You did not care.
Whoopings don't work. All they do is make you try to avoid other whoopings, and it's like, don't tell a lie because you'll have to keep telling.
Let me see if she gets tired of doing this. No. She's gonna get tired of whooping me. I'm gonna get away with doing zeros.
My mama used to whoop me like this, so my tail was getting beat.
And it doesn't. But that's why I'm saying more whoopings don't work because, look, my son, Mr. Whoop, right? Me, Mr. Whoop. My son is in the first grade, and he was doing something in class where he wasn't finishing his classwork during class. Mm-hmm. So he was coming home with extra homework because of the stuff he wasn't finishing. And I told him, I said, today is the day. You bring home some classwork that's not done, your ass is grass.
And it's crazy because you said it to a first grader.
I said it to a first grader. It's your ass is grass. And guess what the first grader did? Did not do his work.
Yeah. Because he didn't.
And the teacher is looking at me like, Jason did not do his work. I looked at her, I was like, Your ass in the car. Straight to the car.
Are you cussing in front of your teachers?
Yeah, I do. I'm way different than 18 years ago. 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Different. I've done a lot of work.
Because you pissed me off.
Yeah, you pissed me off, and now you already know what's coming. Mm-hmm. Get your ass in the car. So I'm driving, and I'm like, well, as soon as we get to this house, it's go time. And I like look in the rearview mirror, and he's back there just crying. And I was like, oh, shoot. Like, he's really crying. I was like, oh, no, this is not just like he's worried about a whooping. I'm like, JJ, what happened? He was like, the kids told me today that they didn't want me to sit at them with the lunch table because my skin is too dark. And I was like, oh, shoot. You know what I mean? Like, and I was like, Pops, your skin is beautiful. You're beautiful. God made you how you supposed. So now we in a whole different lesson. Right. And so I'm like, okay, we're going to go get some ice cream. So we go get ice cream and get him better. We get in a good mood. I come home, whatever. And I tell his mom, not my wife, his mom from previous relationship, I tell her what's going on. She's like, oh, no, I'll talk to the teacher about it tomorrow. And so I went up to the teacher the next day and was like, hey, you got little kids in here that's being racist to my son. And if you want to see some parents get fucked up, let that happen again. And so then my son's mom called me and was like, I talked to Jason and he said he made that all up.
I was about to say. What you?
And it was Black History Month. They was learning about Martin Luther King. And this little was in the first grade. And he manipulated me so bad. But you know what made him think that well and get to the line like that?
He didn't want that boat.
He didn't want no whooping.
Oh, yeah, you could.
Yeah.
So
is he a master of
No, he's not. He's like
a master of disguise.
No, he's not. Like, he is super honest. He's super like, he doesn't do anything.
Well, I'm very thankful that he did not go there. Yeah, no. Hope he stopped whooping him because he probably would have been. No.
Oh, he got a whooping after that.
Yeah.
Because I went off on your teacher. And but that was the lesson at first grade. So like 6 or 7, I think is first grade. 6. I was like, you cannot lie, because that means I cannot just go to bat for you off the jump. Mm-hmm. If I can't honor what you're saying is the truth, I can't respond and react the way I want to react, because I don't know. And if you mess that up, how do I advocate and fight for you? Yeah. And so first grade was a big learning experience for me as a dad. Hey. I went to another kid's house and was on his doorstep looking for his father because the kid took my son's toy.
Did he?
Yeah, he took it. He took it for real.
Okay.
But my son's mom was like, Jason, you're tripping. You're in the red zone. You need to leave that man's house
right now.
Because they called her. They're like, he's outside. And I was like,
and he's crazy.
But I was so mad.
Were they Black?
I don't know. They were Hispanic. But it was that I was more so mad at not my son. I was mad at myself as a child. You know what I mean? Like, I was really more so putting you need to stand up for yourself or this. And it was just his friend was borrowing it, but it was like me, like I went to a zone because of trauma. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, first grade was a big learning experience.
For you. Could you do it 2 more times?
Yeah.
You got to get it right.
Got to get it right. And I was like, okay, I'm not the homework person. I'm not the first grade, because homework,
I'm not doing homework in today's
I can't hide my emotions on my face. Like, it's like,
if Johnny had 5 apples,
you're like,
and Sarah took 2. How many does Johnny have left? 17.
21.
21.
But yeah, I don't think kids do bad shit. You know what I mean? And there are things that
and they pick it up from different kids in school. It's just natural.
Some kids is just bad.
Yeah, because people are raised different. Some kids can be raised right and it's still bad. They just bad.
Right. Do you think it's at a point where we're not taking accountability for our parenting? Like, what? Well, it's your your parenting and the environment that your child is in is picking up stuff.
Sometimes parents aren't bad. Like, sometimes parents do well. Sometimes kids are
just bad. Well, yeah.
They just
I think, that, and then other things that are happening that people aren't aware of,
Yeah.
and so they're acting out because So I feel like there's a lot of
Because
things that play
sometimes
factors.
I just want what I want, and you're not giving it to me.
So I'm
and
gonna
you're
tell
doing great
you-
parenting. You're doing great parenting, but I still want it,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna act out every single time.
And he got ice cream behind it.
Oh man, you don't know how
I'm sorry.
mad I
I'm
was.
I'm an instigator.
Like, oh man, you just was sitting your little tail over there
Does
just
he
eating it.
remember
Like,
that?
Does he remember?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. And my son also has ADHD. Like, he got it from me. He has the same thing. We're pretty much the same kind of kid. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like
And
him.
you were just raising him to be you all over again.
Yeah, and my wife helped me, like,
See it.
this is not you. He's not in your same situation. He's being brought up in a whole different life.
Yeah.
Way
Take it down.
nicer, way...
1,000
You're
times.
not raising an East Side baby, nigga. Like,
Oh my, sorry. Okay. I just kind of talking about that, like
Yeah.
not the East Side Baby part. Make sure that's very clear. Okay. What do you think your parents did for you that they didn't have? Like, what was their accomplishment? You know how we just discussed earlier, like your parents are going to do for you what
Oh yeah.
didn't happen for them. What do you think your parents did for you that was important, and what do you think that you're trying to do for your children that you didn't get?
I'll use the first example. I'll use this because it's the first example that came to my thought process. Is my father showed me how to work. You know what I mean? Like hard work, going to a job, providing. You know what I mean? Like no matter what he was, drug addiction, alcohol, whatever he was struggling with, halfway houses, whatever. He still went to work. You know what I mean? Like whatever was going on, that he made sure
Work didn't know.
work didn't know, and work wasn't affected by it, that his providing was not affected. And so I think he learned that his father wasn't around like that. You know what I mean? He had a relationship with his father, but father's over here, he's over here. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like that loving. And my father was always like outright, I love you, son. You know what I mean? Like this and that, giving you hugs and this and that. Like, and so that taught me like what? That taught me how to be affectionate with my son, how to tell him I love you, like how to like just be a man in that sense. You know what I mean? And I've appreciated that from him, and I've duplicated that with my son. You know, my children, like all of them, like I let them know, like, hey, I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? Like, and it ain't got shit to do with sports. It ain't got shit to do with school. I'm just proud of you as a child, as a person, who you are. And that's the first thing that came to my mind. Yeah.
What about you?
I think Giovanna wants to know what that look was about.
No,
Why?
She knows what it was about.
Okay.
Ooh, you saw it. We said it at the same time.
You guys are so in tune.
Oh yeah, it's
Your
a lot of
little
conversations.
your little New Balance
a lot-
in tune. You know what I mean? Like the hair down in tune, the looks. Oh, I think I know what that was.
Oh, she knows. She knows.
I do. I would very much. Let me just say this because I didn't answer this question, so I'll answer both of them in the same way.
Okay.
So, family dynamics for
Mhm.
We
me.
did pop all of it.
I am very much a family oriented person. So I think this is why I'm so accepting of like a big family.
How big? How big? That's a good question. How big of a family would you like?
About to knock the whole mic over with the Bologna.
Is it though?
Don't please just don't get on here like we don't have our own podcast. In
No,
episode
so this
one,
is
we
what
was talking about I could never date a nigga with kids.
No, what I'm saying is you're being dramatic.
I am.
You're
but
being
you
dramatic.
I'm
And
gonna
I
cut
don't
the
like-
clip and put it in the clip.
I don't like that you're not listening.
You gotta be an active listener. Anya.
Yes. So
Active
if
listening.
if we started out in the beginning and we did our first episode in December, but we started January, right?
Yeah, yes.
Did I not have time to grow?
Yes.
Am I not allowed to grow?
Yes, ma'am.
And so are you, Anya.
Yes.
You're
not trying
I
right now.
grow slow. Like a real.
So,
Some people grow fast.
Yeah,
I
like
have mentioned
kelp grows 2 feet a day.
Really?
Yes.
That's
Learned
That's a great fact.
Yeah,
Boom.
Awana didn't teach me that.
You-
So I have also mentioned
Mhm.
to you which is very rude of you to say what you just said.
I just want everyone to see the finger in my face.
Yes, please see the finger.
You're doing a little knifing. There's a half of a sofa there.
Should I do it like this instead?
This.
This.
Like this. Like do the Obama. You know what I mean? Like
that in the midst of this year of learning something, I said, hey, it was like a light bulb.
Yeah.
And I said, I am at an age where I am grown. I had to realize that I am not a child. I'm not a teenager. I'm not just in my 20s, because 20s is really not grown. Okay, just so y'all know that. And that I'm actually an adult. I'm in my 30s. Almost to the 40s year way. And I have to be okay with dating someone with kids. So I did mention that. And I was like, okay.
But that's very mature of you.
I had to learn it though. I had to learn it.
To assess, address, and adjust.
And not asses.
They're not asses.
I'm just gonna.
That's cool though.
I pressed. Oh,
you pressed her about that?
I've been dating with niggas with kids.
But I never was like that.
Yeah.
And it's just because my biggest thing was, how do you deal with baby mamas? But you really never had to deal with the baby mama like that. So that's why she don't feel that way.
Yeah.
I had to deal with one baby mama and that killed it.
Yeah.
I was like, we can't do nothing.
Yeah.
And he had a kid and I love kids.
Yeah.
I want to go to, first, I don't have kids. So I was like, I understand the thing about Disney. I was getting Disney for free.
Yeah.
So let's go to Disneyland. He's like, she wants to take her for her first time. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's go to Chuck E. Cheese. We can't. You ain't never been to Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah.
Like, in my head, I'm like, damn. Like, we can't do. And that started to irritate me. So I'm like,
how long are we going to wait for this baby to live life?
So I told myself, I can't date people with kids. I can't do it because it was never the kids. It was always the moms.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
And so
that's a big dynamic.
And I let that ride. It was
relationship.
one person. I let that ride the whole entire time. And then when I met your brother, I did not date her brother, by the way, guys. When I met her brother, he had a kid, and I was just like, we're gonna be friends.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be friends with him. He's super cool.
Yeah.
And I like intelligent people. So he is really intelligent. And so, but then I met her. That's why it was so easy for me to be like, I don't have to be his friend. I'm your friend.
Yeah.
So then I went with that. I led with that. So every time anybody was like, oh yeah, I'm like, no, I don't do guys with kids. Never explained it. I just like, I don't do guys with kids. I don't want no kids. I don't do that.
Okay.
So I let that ride. This year, someone crossed my path. And I was like, and it came off like, I don't even care.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't even know you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know.
Something else, there was another fire lit. There's a different fire lit that you're not used to that fireplace being lit.
You know what it was?
And that shit was burning.
Quality.
You see someone, I'm at an older age, so I see someone with a kid and acts actively as a father the way they do, and see how well-mannered they are, the kids, the father, see how good you're doing for yourself. To me, I didn't know much, but for me to just see that. Check.
That was one of my wife's biggest things about me.
Yeah.
She's like, I saw how you were with your son.
Yeah. You don't want to, I don't want anything under that.
Yeah.
No more.
So wait, what was the count that you're willing to
the whole family together, or the kids?
The whole family. You don't have to say you and the husband, because I know that's two.
I'm gonna count me and the husband.
Okay.
7.
Oh, so 5 kids. You're down for 5 kids.
Yeah.
Why did you say yeah like that?
I had to count. I'm still counting. I'm learning how to count. Okay.
But 5.
I only count to 8, so I really
you got that new core math. Yeah. The math is different nowadays.
5 kids is a lot, but I thought I wanted 5 until I had 3. Mm-hmm. It was like, nigga, no.
Anya thinks that it should be a total.
God gave me my perfect number. He gave me my first son, daughter, and youngest son. Yeah. So she's in between. So you got a
30.
generation under you that will beat some ass, and then you got a generation over you that will beat some ass. And so you just protect it in little sandwich, sibling sandwich. But I think if I was in a more of a privileged position to just, maybe I just worked and my wife could just be a stay-at-home mom, which we're not in that situation. Yeah. I would have wanted more children, you know what I mean? But the fact that we're both working and we're both having to do this and get here, it was just the logistics of that shit started sounding like it's outrageous, you know what I mean? But I love a big family. I wish I could have.
And that's why I said the idea of it. I never really thought about it because my family alone was big, but I had all my cousins. Mm-hmm. I feel bad for my cousins because they ain't got no cousins. I mean, they got some. No, they ain't got no cousins. They got their cousins, like their sibling cousins or whatever. But for me, all my cousins grew up like my sisters, so I had this. Yeah, and I'm like, we had a big family. Now by myself, I don't even have a family. Like what? Yeah. What? So now if coming in, I'm too old. I'm going to have one kid. Is this going to be fun? Are you going to be my second kid?
Wait, am I going to have it for you?
No. Are you going to be like to have a big family?
You already know I'm the baby daddy.
That's dope.
But I like to do things. So I want to be able to do all the things that I did as a kid with my family.
What if you're okay? Answer this before you answer the second part. I forgot what the second part was. I know you know because your brain is better than mine.
I do remember.
What if your partner wants to spend his time with his side of the family, like with your kids?
I'm okay without me.
No. No, with you. But it's more so like I want to be in the cabin with my family for Christmas and this for Thanksgiving, and this is the tradition
for every holiday.
You guys have to split, huh? We have to split.
Like split up, not be together no more?
No.
Split up.
Split, like we'll do Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, like this is the thing. I feel like unless we're going away, like you said, if a cabin, unless we're going away, then I think that it could be split. Like we can go here for an hour, we can go here for an hour, whatever. Like I think it can be split that way.
Because they say the kids are always closer to the mother's mom. Mm-hmm. To the mother's family. Like the kids are always closer to the mother's father. And
that's not, for me, it's not a lie because my dad's side of family, they all live in Texas, so I didn't grow up really with them.
You grew up with your mom's side.
Yeah, but I was really close to my dad's mom though. Like me and her are really close because she lived here. But all my cousins, my mom's side, we all did stuff together. My mom's siblings, we all did stuff together. We used to have Sunday dinners every Sunday.
Aw.
Yeah. We were really family oriented. We did all type of shit. Like I just loved it.
You thought I was gonna do the love song? I'm doing the square.
I don't know. I think it's
I thought you were trying to take a picture.
I thought that was a diamond,
nope.
But I don't know. It looked real gang memberish to me, so I got real scared.
You can't even. Oh, there you go. There you go. But you don't love
square. Like no, that's bomb. I think that's. I wish.
It was so fun. The best thing about one of the things that we did when we were a kid was, besides camping as a kid, growing up was great. We did it twice a year. But Halloween, every year, all my family, they would come to our house. They would turn our car garage into a haunted house. Mm-hmm. My dad and them, they would build a haunted house for the neighborhood.
Oh, really?
My mom and my aunts would put together a carnival in front of the house.
That's bomb.
Everybody would come.
I got to find out what's wrong with you. Because you sound like you are just got so much good shit.
Okay, and so the second question my parents brought in.
She's hiding something.
That's what I would bring in. What my parents did, I would bring that in.
And then
my family.
Okay, so now answer the second one.
That was the second. The parents. Like what your parents, right? That's what you said? What your
parents like didn't have for them that you feel they bring into you now?
I think that.
That like making the traditional like ritual.
Yeah.
Like I mean not ritual, annual. Like
yeah, just what. And honestly, I know that it doesn't have to be my home with my sister and her. Like I have kids. Yeah. Like, it doesn't have to be that because everybody really live in a different state.
Yeah.
But I would like to have my own family and do that just with my family.
You know what's funny is that like as you build your family, you're gonna build friendships with your kids' friends. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna your circle builds, grows.
Yeah, my circle has.
Don't be jealous.
No, I had a question.
Okay, go.
Throughout all of your children's lives, Have they ever befriended a child and you couldn't stand their
Oh,
parents?
yes.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Little Johnny with the 5 apples.
Oh, there was a couple.
Yeah.
There was, but I think I was more so with my daughter, Zaya.
Okay.
I don't know. I said she's my only daughter, but
Well, they don't know.
but she was the like most innocent little cupcake, little ball of
Yeah.
joy, and she picked this little girl named Charlotte. I shouldn't have said her name.
Charlemander.
What?
Is that a Pokemon?
Yeah.
Charmander.
Charmander.
109. Be like the name.
Charmander. And I had a feeling about this because my daughter was also having like little identity stuff. Cause you know, like kids are like, my skin's not black though. Like, but this and that.
Talk to me about
And so
it.
I was like telling her like, oh, just because your skin tone, we're not talking about the color of your skin. We're talking about the culture, like trying to teach her these things. And she was with this little Charmander. And I did not like this little girl for many of reasons, right? And so I'm being the
How
dad.
old?
She
How
was
old?
in preschool.
Charmander
In preschool.
is a
And look, and it
Terror.
was, oh man, it was a thing where I was like, and the parents were just like always in and out real quick, like where I couldn't corner them. Like,
Oh.
And so
you never really had interaction with the parents. So you didn't really not like them.
No.
Or you didn't like them because of what they created.
because there can only be this because of this.
Yeah.
And so I was just on my P's and Q's, just like witnessing, like just watching, and I would game my daughter up when she come home, but she's just like, oh, like,
Charmander.
yeah, and like, okay.
That's my best friend.
So then on Halloween, we dressed my daughter up or was it graduation? But we dressed her up so bomb, right? Like she was just like, had everything together. And you saw like when she walked into preschool, everybody was like, oh, Zaya. Da-da-da. And I didn't care about none of that. I just was looking at one Charmander. I was like, and Charmander was over there like this, like, just mad that Zaya was getting some attention and love. And I was like, I was like, I told you, look, she didn't, and now everybody believed me, but I was the one that was just like, no, we need to do something. We need to separate this. And from that point is when,
That's when your wife was on it. Like,
because I could go overboard. I can't be a little overboard with certain things. But
you already know how I think.
And I was on point with that.
Oh,
and
that I'm overboard?
No, that I go overboard.
Oh, yeah.
She said something the other day, and I was like, well, what if... And she was like, Anya, why would you even think that?
But I usually be right, though. Like, my overboard be always right.
My overboard be...
Boarding.
My overboard be that I'm right, but I'm too far with my intentions and my aggression. Like, yes, you're right.
Your reaction to a hypothetical... Like,
yes.
Yeah, to the potential of the situation.
Yes.
You're already reacting. It hasn't happened yet,
assess,
but you...
Address.
And fuck shit up.
You're also a Charmander.
All right, Jay Mander.
Okay.
But that was the one relationship where I was like, but you know, like father-daughter is like, you're not going to corrupt my daughter and make my daughter not feel as if she's amazing. You know what I mean? And there was like little things that were happening, like, and she was like second guessing stuff. And I was like, no, hold on. Like, you're not coming into this and tainting what we're building here. We're building a strong, beautiful woman that is confident. And I could see like the little negative little jabs and this and that. And we handled that situation.
You all took Charmander out.
Yeah.
Did you use Pikachu?
Pikachu. But yeah, that was a good question because Xander, he'd be around like, it'd be like some little gooberness that happens that I don't have to address with him now. Like he,
Can see it.
through football, like football does amazing stuff. You know what I mean? Like there's life lessons, but you know how there's kids that are just like jumpy and in your face and like, and me, I'm like, man, don't let nobody ever pull on you. Don't let nobody pull your shirt or pull your collar or this and that. And he used to be like, oh no, we're just wrestling. We're just playing. And isn't that like, yeah, but don't let this, we bought that. Don't let somebody, now that he's played football for 3 years, he's like, get off me. You know what I mean? Like but before it was like little naiveness to him. Like, like, and now he knows, like, check aggression at the door.
Correct.
Like if somebody's being like wrestle rough, go ahead, slam them hard.
Cause chill out.
Yeah.
And football taught him that. But early on I was like, hey, we don't play those kind of games, cuz like, nigga, like, don't play no sucker too close. You know what I mean? Like, but football handled a lot of that. So.
Why do you feel
nothing?
She gave you a friendly look.
I know, it was
a friendly look.
It was like the Sister Rios.
I didn't know if you
it's
had
like a
something
bad
to say.
seed.
I'm like, no, I didn't know you had something to say. I was just
okay. The way you saw it, it was like
no. It's just giving you an option to speak.
Oh my goodness.
Do you want to talk about the look from earlier so people know, or you want to keep it to ourselves?
Oh, I did. That was brought into. Okay, so also with my family dynamic, this is something that my family didn't bring in that I would bring to my family.
Okay.
I am not a hugger, but I've been.
You're not a hugger?
Hold on. Let me rewind. I was not a hugger.
There you go. There you go. Manifest.
I have been hugging.
Mm-hmm. So you only like to hug your lover type stuff like that? Not even that.
I've been hugging. Okay.
So wait, let me ask.
Hold on. Okay, hold on.
You're gonna pin her in a situation where she has to tell herself.
No, I'm about to tell her right now. Okay, so in my life growing up, my the people that I always hugged were my grandparents.
Okay.
All the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so conditioned in a way because that's who I got my hugs from.
Yeah.
My dad too, growing up, after a while, we didn't do it as much, but I don't remember what age that was. But my mom, never. So it wasn't a lot of, from my parents, not a lot of like verbal I love yous, a lot of hugs or any of that. And so for me, it was just like, this is normal.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Affection.
But with my cousin, so it was my cousin Destiny, me and her were like super close. We're like 10 months apart or something like that. I would always hug her, but we were just so close.
Yeah.
Me and my sister never hugged. One time, my sister almost hurt me, and I kept it a secret. She told me, "You better not ever tell." And
from her hug?
No, we were playing. She got mad. My sister was rough.
Yeah.
So our door kind of was like this, but smaller for the kitchen.
Yeah.
And so it was open. And one time she did something, she swung me around and my face was like this close
to the door.
It like grazed the wall. And I looked at her and I said, I'm telling. I ran out the back door. My grandmother lived 3 houses down.
Yeah.
Ran out the back door, stopped mid driveway because my grandma's car was gone.
Yeah.
And she looked at me and she said, yeah, you're not going to tell nobody. Like, you're not telling and you better not tell. And I was like, I love my sister. I'm not going to tell her. Because I really loved my sister. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm not going to tell her. I don't know how long it was. One day we're at IHOP when me, my sister, my mom, and my dad. And I don't know what we're talking about, but I told.
Oh my God. For no reason, a long time down the line.
Yeah, but because we were talking about something. And I said, remember when you like did this? And my mom stopped and was like, you did what? And I just looked at her like,
sorry.
I didn't think you were going to get in trouble so long. It goes, oh.
Sorry.
So my mom said, stand up. So we're standing up in the middle of a little aisle thing. And she's like, give your sister a hug and a kiss. To my sister. I looked at my sister like, you better not.
Yeah.
You better not. And my mom was like, right now, or y'all not doing nothing for this amount of time. Y'all gonna both be on punishment. For a person who's not affected, how dare her?
She knew it was a punishment.
Yes. And so
she knew it was a punishment because you guys physical affection.
So we literally hugged and we were just like on a cheek.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, good. She's like, no, don't do that no more or you're gonna do this all the time.
And you guys didn't never do it again.
Never fought again until my sister graduated with her master's.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's how much you didn't like hugging.
No, I guess.
That's
No,
Don't
but
get me
I
started.
don't even think it's so much that I really loved my sister. Like, I really didn't even want to fight with her ever. It wasn't even because I didn't want to hug her. That moment, I really didn't. We just never had to hug. So it would never cross my mind like that. And so I didn't have a problem with hugging my grandparents.
so.
I didn't have a problem with hugging my cousin and my little cousin,
But the
too.
fact that you know who you don't mind hugging,
Well, that's because it was so conditioned.
yeah, it lets me know that it's a real thing. Like
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Mhm.
So as time went on, I didn't even realize it that I wasn't hugging. All of our friends never said anything until her. None of my friends, because
you would give an issue when you were trying to hug her, she would be pushing you away a
I
little
don't
bit.
even really
it wasn't
think that we
tried to hug.
hugged.
It was just like
So in my family, my mom has always said, out of me and my brother, that neither of us, like, she never gave us affection, but I always sought my affection.
Mhm.
So, like, I would go, like, if I'd go and I would lay in her lap, or I would go and I would get a hug, and my brother never, so I'll say it, I get touch deprived. Like, there's times we'll be in the gym and I'll just be like, I'll hug someone. I'll be like, I'm sorry, I'm just touch deprived right now. Like, I just need that
stimulation.
Mm-hmm. And even right now, me and my mom don't hug, but we always say, I love you and be safe before we leave the house. We're very verbal in that way. And when I get off the phone with people, I'm always, I love you. And I think with her, I don't say it as much to her because I know it's cringy to her.
I say it to my grandpa all the time.
What? Oh, you don't say I love you?
Like, very rarely.
Unless in a relationship.
Yeah, remember, you want to know what's wrong?
Okay, but you know what?
Okay.
In my 8+ year relationship,
The cold princess.
I don't know what happened though, because in that relationship I was very touchy. Like, I want to hug all the time. I liked being up under him.
Your grandfather.
No. My 8+ relationship.
Oh, okay.
I liked it. I think that
PDA, public displays of affection.
I think I've never been a public person.
Not with the 8-year.
Mm-mm. Like, we can hold hands maybe.
Yeah.
But that's about it. I wasn't never a kissing person. Like, we could kiss, but I don't want to kiss in public. I felt like there's so many adults around. I've always been my parents are Southern, so it's always taught respect your elders. And in my head, I was like, don't be
disrespectful.
In front of them. So I've always thought that. But I think so much happened between me and him that you
guys are close.
It made me cold.
Oh.
It made me really cold. I stopped crying. A lot of stuff happened to me. And I just stopped being that person. I didn't hug all the time. And I had to, like, I would do it sometimes.
Because you started doing it and then it back, like, you're like...
That was a long time to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
But I think it was just so much that happened in our relationship that it shut down. And it wasn't because he stopped giving me hugs or whatever. I think just the relationship in general.
Yeah.
Of how it happened.
Yeah.
Messed me up.
So, now... Are you like, because that brings up a lot of questions for me. Like,
I like hugging.
You like hugging, but like, is it beyond hugging? Like, what about cuddling, affection in the bed? Like, are you laying? Are you like, I'm hot? Like, move off? Like,
I do be hot, but I do like It's weird.
It's not weird.
No, listen.
You want me to say it?
No, hold on. I do like it in the beginning of all my relationships. I think is how you treat me is what makes me, because of that triggered trauma.
Yeah.
How you treat me draws me away, because I want to say my last relationship, that was a long time. We were together like 4 or 5 years. I was very all in his face, all up under him, and things that happened between our relationship that I felt he was treating me a certain way, I just drew away.
Was it a forced thing, or is that just was that something naturally that was happening? Like, you were close on his face?
Yeah,
or were
I
you trying?
it.
Oh, okay.
I know I liked it, but I think it's because I naturally like you, and I want to do that. And then the more I'm hurt, the more I draw away without telling you.
Was there communication with that?
I tell you, you hurt me. I don't communicate why I'm not
being
touching
distant.
you.
Why I'm being distant?
Why I'm not touching you. I'm just communicating that you hurt me. Like, you hurt me, you do this, and now I'm just automatically...
Does sex become cold as well?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just very much so just like, let's get this over with.
Mm-hmm.
And
because to me, you're hurting me. Like, you don't really care about me.
Mm.
So now I'm just like, we're just doing whatever.
We're just going through the motion. Both getting our rocks off. Mm-hmm. And there's...
Like, I think I'm that person. You very much love me. Like, I want to be all in your face. I want to be all in your space. But if I don't, we talked about this, if I don't have the attraction, I don't think I can. Or the attraction doesn't come from just physical. It comes from how you are.
You treat me, how you are with
your
me.
personality. And people think, oh, because I'm not a love bomber. Like, you could love bomb me all day and I like it. Ooh, he loves me, whatever. But reality, it's the actions that come with it. And it's not very simple actions. It's not because, oh, you took me on a date, and because of this and this. It really goes back to people's love languages. Yeah. You have to be able to love.
What is your love language?
My top one is communication. That's not on there, but that's it.
Okay.
That's it. And then I like quality time. I love quality time. And then I love words of affirmation, but I think I like to give that. I love to, let people know how I feel about you and how other people see you.
Yeah.
And then physical touch might be somewhere down there, but I like it.
I think it's way down there.
Yeah, no. I like it.
She likes it when she likes you.
Yeah. When you show her all these things that are going on, then.
Yes. So the hugging is hard. So in the beginning, the hugging is hugging.
What a cookie.
It is. I'm a tough cookie.
You are, but at least you know what you want, and at least you know what your ons and your offs are and whys.
Because I'm going to give it to you, and then once you see me back in office, because I said already all the things that you are doing that's making me feel weird.
But I think all this knowing is amazing, but if it's not, like you said, your love language is communication, but if you're not communicating, this is what I am to the other person, it's useless, because you might put it in their hands like, well, if you loved me enough, you would figure these things out.
No. Okay. Well, just the obviously I'm not touching, but I feel like I don't want to touch you, because why am I telling you? So why are we talking about something else that I don't like, something that happens and we're talking about it and you start in it? It's hard without using examples, because I don't want to use too many examples, right? But
I get it though. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not just basic communication. It's tell me how you feel. Like, if you feel a certain way that I didn't do something, why can't you communicate that with me?
I would say the way that it's presented is not as simple as said. You know what I mean?
No.
Because what you're talking about is very layered. You know what I mean? And it's not something that people just grow up having.
Right.
It's something that's a learned behavior or a
I learned it, so I know.
So it's like they would definitely have to fuck up to find out.
Yes.
Fuck around and find out.
How many
you know what I mean?
Fuck ups and find outs do you need?
For the rest of their life.
I needed more whoopings.
They need them for the... You need them for the...
And you know what? And that probably comes back to her saying that I needed more whoopings. When I say me not getting in trouble, I really don't need to experience it to learn it. I will learn from you. Oh, damn, look what happened to him. I don't want that happen to me. I could just be good. Because why do you need to do that?
Yeah.
And that's very much me. So learned behavior didn't just come from my behavior. Learned behavior comes from everybody's behavior.
Yeah.
So are you going to learn to hug people and learn to say I love you?
I have been saying, not I love you, but I've been saying.
The other day, did you hear me? I said it when we got off the phone. And it made me uncomfortable. I know, but it made me uncomfortable because I was like, oh, I'm talking to you. Like, I don't say I love you.
You know what's crazy? I think it's just because you don't. So I don't automatically do it. If you did it more, I would do it back.
But is it a forced reciprocation? Because
no, it's not forced. It's like, no, it's like,
well, it was
it's like
it's
like a mutual thing. So it's like, if you like not you, that's gay. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. If I like the guy and I don't know if he likes me, but I need to know it has to be mutual. So it's not that it's forced. It's just that I will want you to tell me you love me first for me to be like, I love you.
Do you see or do you hear how, I don't want to use the word.
No, say
manipulative.
Not manipulative. Okay. It is a little bit manipulative, but
it's searching for reassurance.
It's so not simple.
No, it's not simple. It's not simple at all.
And so when we say, why don't women understand men and why do men don't understand women? Because it's a lot of men.
But you know what's crazy?
It's a whole bunch to it.
That's not in a relationship. I'm talking about friendship.
Now that makes it even more difficult because now it's two.
Yeah.
It's two different types. Yeah. So this is when I'm here.
With a relationship, I'm usually the first person to say I love you. I am. And I just feel like you need to know.
They may be scared. Like
they're scared
not in
that
a
they
bad,
love her, or they're scared to love her back.
They may be scared to say I love you because of your approach and how you like. I'm not saying it's
absolutely.
Like they may be like, oh fuck, like if I say I love her, maybe that's gonna turn her off or this and that.
Oh, because of how I am, I completely agree. So I don't mind saying I love you.
Yeah,
I don't mind at all.
But they may have loved you way before you loved them. Yeah. But they may be scared or nervous to share that because
I feel triggered.
Because there's layers to it and this and that. Like
with the relationship, I do completely understand everything. It's just that I feel like I don't want to be difficult. I just have certain things that
you don't want to be.
No,
but you are.
But I am.
Because look,
no, I am.
If you
I'm
just look over,
bitch.
like it's only,
it
was only like 20 minutes right now. It's like a 20-minute conversation, and I guarantee you, hundreds of men are like this, like brain overload. Like they're like, wait, like hard reset because it's like, damn, I'm still stuck at this. Yeah. Oh wait, there's 7 more steps. Yeah. Like fuck. Like but that's the thing is like
and
women.
That's just the friendship.
Y'all don't
even worry about it, niggas. Don't even worry about it because that's just for me and her.
But that's the research.
Because it's so weird. It's so weird because it's not weird. It's not
okay.
weird.
It's not
okay.
weird. I love you.
No, not you.
Oh, okay.
See how easy that came out?
Yeah. Oh, I said it's light work for me.
It's not you. I think it's so weird because naturally
scared of the gangs. Okay. All love with everybody. Yeah, I don't want anyone to feel like I'm picking sides.
3 is a special number. Like it's a number of love.
How do I say this? It's not hard with the attraction from somebody. It comes off really easy. It's just so hard when I feel like I have to.
No.
No way.
A hard no.
What?
Because guess what? It is easy. It is easy. But guess what's underneath all that easy? All that shit you just said. Is underneath all.
No, I don't think that's under all that easy. I think the hard really is at the top because that's how I am. It comes off. A lot of people, it comes off hard. There's no easy.
No, the hard part is your brain. Like you're so structured.
Yes, I am.
And so dialed in with who you are. Mm-hmm. That sometimes, and this is the hard part for women that are mature, right? Mm-hmm. Because you have learned life and you have figured yourself out. Yes. Whereas someone who is immature is growing with the, you know what I mean? Like in the difficulties that they go through, they're going through it with partners. So men or women, because women date women, can be intimidated because of the maturity, of the structure, absolutely. Of like, oh shit, she's got it figured out. That's why she knows every button.
Immature. I can't date immature because it's hard for me mentally to deal with it. I'm very much okay. And this is one thing about me is like, I will give you a chance after chance after chance. I will give so many chances until I'm just like, Joanna, why are you doing this? Mm-hmm. Because you can't process it. You can't process it and they can't process you. And it's nothing wrong with that because there's somebody for everybody. We're just not on the same page. So I can't date immature. I have to date very mature. Right. I'm okay with growing with someone. It's just like, I need you to be responsible.
So that's your minimum. Minimum is responsible. Like that's like, I need a minimal of responsible. And we can grow and I can help and learn this way, yes. But maybe it hasn't been brought to your attention of these things. But accountability and responsibility is my bar, yes. My standard.
Because people have to communication, even though it's on the top, people can learn how to do that. And you can talk to somebody and just try to be like, okay, well, this, and I don't want to be nobody's mom. And I try not to come off so life coachy because I can.
Yeah.
But that's easy to do, like talk to someone to get them to try to see. But I think it's hard for people to see that I can take myself out of a situation and assess it in a different way. So it's just like this. But now you're just thinking like, oh, it's just you.
So how could have 25-year-old Javonda got married? How could that have worked? Like what would have because at 25, was it still the same thought process? You know what I mean? Which I don't think it was because you've learned so much.
I learned so much
in a time.
No, I don't know. I don't know because I think it has to do with I think I've always dated people that are more immature than me.
Cause the reason why I'm asking this is because I think you're in such a powerful position for younger women, for immature women, for mature women. It's such a gap in between where people aren't communicating and talking about shit in a real way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody wants to sugarcoat and be this. Like the fact that you're on here and you're being completely honest with and laying it out, it is a blueprint, right? Yeah. Like this is how I figured myself out. This is how I got to a place of strength. But just because I'm this strong don't mean I don't want to be weak.
Oh, I want you know to. Because let me just tell you, the right person, when they say the right person, the right person.
Right person.
The right person will have you. Never mind, I can't say that on here. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's okay. She's not that open.
Tell you later.
Tell you later.
Okay, because I'm gonna say it.
The right person will have you wet.
But not
the right person will have you wet.
The right person will have you doing drugs, as Anya would say, but not drugs.
Oh.
But not drugs, as in like real
not
drugs.
Real drugs.
Not real drugs.
Not real drugs. But the right person will have you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, will get you out of your comfort zone.
Right.
And because
and feel safe.
When I say
comfort zone and feel comfortable.
I don't want to put too much out there, right?
No, we're not.
No, but I want to say one thing. I don't want to put too much out there, but I want to say one thing.
She likes me.
But
she does.
Having someone fully, we're not even doing anything, right? We're not doing, that was not, at this moment, we were not doing anything. And for them to look me in my face and say, I did something, I looked back at something and said, what are you doing that for? And I was like, I just wanted to know, but I should have just asked you.
Mm-hmm.
Said, you don't have to ask me, you could just trust me. And I felt different.
Mm-hmm.
For me to feel different, because...
What did that do? Was it like the Matrix when he sit through the software cake and she had this orgasm? Like, it's like...
It was just
fireworks everywhere.
But this is the importance of words and standing behind your fucking words.
It was just such a comfort.
So what was the question?
My question?
What was that led to you don't have to ask?
If I say it's too much. But I looked at something.
It's very simple.
It's very simple. I looked at something and was like why is it's too much?
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, he's like, why did you look? And I was like, you're right. I could have just asked you.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, you didn't have to ask me. You
can trust me.
Just trust me. And I was just like, I do trust you. I do trust you.
That's what she was.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So.
Fireworks.
So the right person will have you out of your comfort zone, like she said. But it feels safe. Mm-hmm. Like a safe space.
So I wouldn't call that out of your comfort zone.
I wouldn't either. You're right.
I would call that in a place of the unknown.
Of the unknown, because I don't know it. I've never been able to.
Because you're not uncomfortable with it.
No.
You're very comfortable with it. It's that you haven't experienced that yet. Mm-hmm. And maybe so at this point in your life, you haven't valued that as much as you do at this particular time. Yeah. Because that's really what the important shit is. Like, and now you really value the real shit.
And to me, I always say, like, you know, if this was to actually not be nothing, I am definitely okay, because it's like...
You're learning.
I'm learning and I'm really understanding, like, you know what? When they say don't settle, there is someone that will do this and this and this and this. And it's like, there is. Don't
settle, but also be softer on some of those hard no's. Because some of those hard no's will become soft when it's the right person.
Let me tell you why my hard no was kids. Drugs. My hard no was kids.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
The softer was.
Actually, I didn't know there was a responsible like this and this and that with that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What about drugs?
That's my hard no.
Drugs.
Yeah.
If somebody does drugs, like even smoking weed.
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean by drugs. No other drugs is being done.
Oh, no.
No other drugs.
Dude. Yeah. But that's what I mean. But it's my hard no turned to a soft with somebody different.
Your square is getting smaller and smaller.
That's why I'm just
it's like
just me, myself,
because a lot of
people
so many people smoke weed. What if they just do edibles?
I
She
just
don't like
So what is it?
it.
What is okay? Let's talk about this. What is it about that turns you off? Or that
Okay, I don't like it. Let me just say that one. I just don't like it. That's just me. But also the way I was raised, it's just like, oh no, you don't do drugs.
but you were raised in a different time.
Yeah, but I think there's someone else out there raised with me.
There is, but I don't smoke. You know what I mean? Like I know a ton of people that don't smoke, but it's just.
But they're gang members.
The gang members, or this and that, or whatever. There's gonna be
it's not gonna work.
a box
that can't be.
That doesn't check
There's
off.
some hard no's that you got to stick with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you were raised a certain way with it.
But
when
I have dated people who have smoked, but for me, and they smoked and they did edibles, but. I get real lenient when it's like a medical thing. Can
I say this too?
Some people use it as a crutch too much.
Yes, doing drugs. There's two things. And when we say drugs, we're talking about weed, guys. But so much money is spent in that, right? That's already one. And then two, the forgetful. Like it's two people already, when we get older, we forget things. When you start doing drugs,
you just be forgetting
everything. I'm supposed to be okay with it. Now I'm gonna be crazy.
And so I don't think you're forgetting. I think you're fake forgetting because you are a liar.
No, that's a little personal.
Sorry.
A little personal. Like no. Sorry. So, but look. So you guys are talking about the aftermath stuff.
Talking about the responsibility.
Let's talk about why they're doing it. I always think that if there's somebody is over using in excess of something, there's something being masked.
Yeah. Well, don't you think that once they start it, and it starts to become overused because it's a habit. It's
a habit, but the people can smoke and move on or whatever. But I think that
what is moderation smoking? What is a healthy smoker?
I think it depends on what people can handle or how they can operate.
You're dating an individual. What's a healthy smoker to you? Once a day? Once a week? Once a month?
A healthy smoker? I've never really dated a smoker, but I would say.
How often did you smoke?
Me? When I was in my youth, all day, every day.
Yeah.
But when I grew up, I was like, oh, I can't operate in this capacity throughout life. Now, I want to get to a point where I'm 60 and I can wake up in the morning and look over a hill and I want to just blaze up. But right now, I'm not in a space where I can do that. And
priorities, and that's my thing.
I haven't earned it yet.
That's the responsibility.
And that's how I feel. I say like no drugs, whatever, because I really mean it. I want to see you grinding. I want to see you working right now. But I don't want my kids to see my husband, my protector, my provider under the influence and think that that's acceptable because they're watching it, right? Mm-hmm. So in my household, we didn't grow up with any liquor in the house. Like I didn't see my parents drink.
Yeah.
Like that just wasn't a thing.
That's why I stopped drinking. Because my daughter called my wife, was like, I think daddy is drunk or she used the word drunk.
Intoxicated. Under the influence.
Tipsy or some shit. But my wife was out of town. And my wife was like, Zaya said that this and that. I was like, oh. And I was a heavy drinker. Like I wasn't messed up at the time. But throughout
the fact that she's watching you
me, it was like, oh shit. Like, and it wasn't even one of those moments where it was like an embarrassment. It was just like, oh, I don't want my daughter to think like this is
acceptable. And so for me, I've always felt like if it's later in life and everything's taken care of and whatever you're doing isn't affecting income and all that stuff, go for it.
Yeah.
And I like that too because I'm very much role model.
I need to see you making good decisions.
Family, I think role model is very important, and not to judge anybody on how they parent because that's how they parent. It's just that I would have preferably want that.
And then the other thing, like, so if we're like drinking or whatever, like it would be like we would go out on dates and we would go out for the weekend, right? Have a babysitter and we'd go date for the weekend. And we'd be drinking and having a great time, laughing, just partying, but it was with each other. You know what I mean? And that like made it more of a like together thing. Yeah. And it's not not under a microscope of, oh shoot, we got to cook tonight, we got to do this and that. But I think like there are people who can microdose and do things the right way, but I always think if you have to do it constantly, you're masking some kind of pain because you're self-medicating. Like now that you're self-medicating, you mean to tell me you can't wake up without smoking? You can't wake up and go throughout the day without drinking? Because I never like to feel like I'm dependent on anything.
There was, I can't remember who, but there are some people that like, I can't eat without smoking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
Okay. Yeah, because at that point, really it becomes a dependency. Yeah. And it's like, on the Dave I forget what that movie was called, but it was a weed movie with Dave Chappelle, and his friend was like, have you ever been to the amusement park on weed? Have you ever been on a date on, like, everything? It just adds on top. Like, you mean you can't go watch a comedy show without smoking? Mm-hmm. Like, shit's not funny if you don't smoke. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want anything that is pushing my dopamine where it doesn't push on its own. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, so and I get it. I think it stinks too.
My mom always told me, like, addiction runs in our family. And she'd be like, your uncle's addicted to this and this uncle's addicted to this and blah, 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 blah. And so because she was that way, I was just, my addiction is the fear of addiction. Okay. So like, I don't drink coffee. I don't do caffeine drinks. I like sodas here and there, whatever. But like anything like pre-workout, I'm always like, what if I become addicted? And what if this? And like, I don't do drugs it. Yeah. Because, yeah. And I don't want that. Like, yeah, we know my addiction, right? Yeah. So I don't need any others.
Yeah. Like I have an addictive personality. Like if I do something, I'm doing it to 1,000. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
if you say I'm not going to be here in 6 months, I'm here in 6 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Tomato.
I'm trying to find a
segue.
Not a segue, but just like I want to find an understanding for like people that do. If you are a smoker or you are a drink, like just find somebody that's equally yoked with you. That's like, oh yeah, go do your thing. Yeah. Like I do that because I know relationships where they function very well, but they both operate in that energy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like,
and I don't have anything like just because I'm saying I don't like it doesn't mean I'm saying that it's wrong.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's people out here living better lives than me and doing whatever it is that they want. But for me,
like I think if somebody's into fitness, they should try to find somebody that's like active like them.
But
so you can spend time.
What about the people that are into fitness that like them like soft?
I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm saying like that's a lot of time not spent with each other. You know what I mean? That's a whole, but you need your space away also. Mm-hmm. But I think you should have at least some kind of shared interest. You know what I mean?
And hobbies.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. I do agree.
Yeah.
So this is a big segue out of that.
Okay.
I don't know if we talked about it or not, about the support, like men supporting 100% and women being at home. Would you be okay supporting your man and he was a house husband?
What?
Oh, you thought I was going another way?
No.
You don't want to.
I'm gonna just tell you no.
You want to support him while he make his mixtape?
Say you and your business becomes a multi-million-dollar dance company.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
It's going to happen. We're putting that out there. And you are like, we have these 5 kids at home.
6.
And 6 because of
the twins.
The twins.
Yeah.
So now.
Oh, she said, yeah.
I'm listening to him.
So now.
Every time I say that, she be getting mad saying I'm out manifesting.
She's really out manifesting me, and I don't manifest over my manifestation.
No, because she's saying one and done. And I say, okay, 1 pregnancy and 2 kids.
Yeah, exactly.
No, 1 kid. I have 1 kid. She's making more. Don't listen to her.
Okay. So that happens. You got a multi-million-dollar company. Yes. You are now in the level of success where you can now provide completely. Do you still want him to go to his 9 to 5?
Going, like, okay.
Do you still want him to go to a 9 to 5?
Let me ask this. Does he have no money?
He had money.
Where did it go?
Where did it go? Into your business?
No, so now.
So where did his money go, though? Before I let him down, where did his money go?
So wait.
Did he retire?
No, wait. So you are like now, like, what is the point? You work a 9 to 5 and you're making $100,000 a year. Your time is more valuable with you at home. I'm making millions. What is your 100,000?
Like with my multimillionaire company, I don't have to go to work either. So we're at home together. Wait, am I paying? No, I can't do this.
So
because at this point I don't have to be at work all the time. So that means
go make your 100,000.
No, can you start a business?
I'm not saying what he's doing, what he's going to do in the future. I'm saying
how long is she supporting her men?
Yes.
Is this a lifelong support? Is this he down?
So
he
Martha
down for
Stewart
2 to 3
is
years?
with her husband. Or say Martha Stewart is with the man, and he's a garbage man. And Martha Stewart's business becomes what Martha Stewart's business does.
Yes.
And you think Martha Stewart is like, nigga, go take your ass to that garbage company?
You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do?
Buy the company?
Make a stand.
No.
Buy the garbage company?
Hey.
Now you own this.
Now work with me. Cause you gonna be at home? Well, I go to work all the time. No, we're gonna work together.
Who's gonna be with the kids?
Us. The kids are gonna my business, the kids there.
So, okay.
But when the kids have games and stuff like that, we're gonna take turns because we both run this company. We
get
to take turns because why do I not get to have in on the kids?
Because
fun?
they don't want him at the board meetings and they don't want him at the. So you would make him an executive. You would make him an executive.
He'll be something. I just know that if there are the 5 kids and they are doing things, I want to be a part of their life too. So today you have to stay.
Yes.
And I get to go.
So men that make millions of dollars and women stay home, you think the man should make them work at their company?
No, I could bring you coffee though.
So do we see?
Yeah, no, I did.
Let me just tell you, it's a double standard and we do not care. That's a double standard we stand by. Stand behind. We so submissive to this double standard. Be impressed. I do not care.
So now
because of leading, you cannot want to
So this
lead.
is where I disagree. So now this is this is not a big disagreement, but now we're in a whole nother world that we don't understand. And men leading from here, like a millionaire type company, right? Like, so you really don't want for anything at this point.
Yes.
Now you just want your nigga to look like a nigga. It's because of what you think a nigga is supposed to be. Instead of him adapting and evolving to the life situation that we all now benefit from. But because of my hard work and what I'm doing, I need you to do something.
It's not that I need you to. Yes, I do.
Yes, yes, it is.
But it's more because if you play into all of that, and I worked really hard, and my company became all of this, right? Mothers nurture. But now you get to nurture, and I don't get to nurture.
So what is that?
I want to go to the shit.
Yeah,
I want to do this kid shit.
But now you can't.
But now I can't.
Because you have a successful business.
That's nice, but help me. Be my partner, because I'm not going to say that I wouldn't help you. I'm not going to work there. But I wouldn't say that I wouldn't help you.
Right.
So
what is his help? What does his help look like?
Depends. I don't know. What kind of company he got.
So now from this, now you start a company, you start a business.
So say his company, and I don't have to work, right? And his company, he's like, yeah, you have to go meet up with this client.
So even if you're Bill Gates, you want your husband to still work?
With me.
What?
We're not working because it's a multi-millionaire company.
That's what I'm saying. So you're not happy with being a billionaire and your husband having a great life. Like, damn, look at what I provided for us. You still want to see him work?
So you're saying if we're both, like, so my company, we're ready, it's being managed.
No, you're Bill Gates. And your husband's at home with kids.
But I'm not.
No,
yeah.
I'm still not, or I am?
You're still not.
You're still not?
No, I don't like this. I don't want that kind of relationship.
What?
Because I'm not at home.
So your selfishness is allowed, like I'm not allowed this, so I will not allow that for you.
This is the thing. My company is this. I'm not Bill Gates, right? But my company is flourishing. Yes? I could agree to this.
The only reason I brought this up because it's a difficult ass fucking.
If I could go to work, right, for almost no time, and we both could be at home, but I have to leave sometimes, and you're at home, but I get to be at home too with the kids. This is about the kids. Then I'm okay. But what are you managing? No, I can't.
She can't.
I can't.
I'm gonna be honest.
because this is my
See,
thing.
but this is the problem.
No, I can't be. No.
Problem.
That's a
Let
problem.
me tell you this. Let me tell you why. Because I
It's our
honestly,
problem.
everybody has their preference, right?
Mhm.
And just by what I want my husband to be the leader.
Yeah.
I want you to be the leader. But now because you're at home and I'm doing this, what are you leading?
Because of God's success that he's given me. Now I want you to just do what I think is successful for a man. Now men do way more than just go to work.
No, absolutely.
So, but how much value are we giving to just work? Now, if God has provided me with the opportunity to build this and have this, but you know what? I'm going to stand on this rock and then point my finger at you and say, you're supposed to be this because I think this is what a man is.
And you know what I'm going to do?
And then God might take everything away from both of y'all. And now y'all both working and getting $100,000 a year instead of you having $1 million business and being successful because now you so jealous of him and of him being able to be lax or whatever of what you provided. Because I see this always happening.
I'm just not understanding why I'm such a multimillionaire and I can't be at home. I don't understand it.